Hey guys, and welcome to another video. This will be one of the last videos that I will do on this car because the car was already sold. I'm just finishing the last things, and I'll show you the costs, of course, that I had with it in this recovery process. But let's go to the subject of the video, that is the CV joints replacement. So to do this job, you just need common tools that everyone who like cars has. Normally, the first thing to do is to release the axle nut that holds the CV joint. But in my case, as you'll see, I need to take the wheel off to remove a protection that is in front of the nut and also remove the locker clip. But this was the first time I saw this protection. Normally, it doesn't have it. If you don't have this protection, just loosen a little the axle nut that holds the CV joint, and then you can lift the car and put in the jack stands. This axle nut has a lot of torque, and sometimes it's not easy to loosen. So if you have impact wrench, just use it because it will make it much easier for you. I use it along metal also I can get more torque, but to be honest was not easy. So if you have the impact range, it's a good time to use it. So next you need to remove the bolts that hold the suspension to the axle. I left one bolt in the suspension. I will remove it later after I remove the nut that holds the CV joint. So now remove the nut that holds the CV joint, but not totally, so you can give some taps because some of them are a bit stuck, which is not my case, but sometimes it happens. Now you can remove the last bolt that holds the suspension. So from this moment the axle will be free and you can start remove the whole CV joint. It's important to put the axle in a comfortable position so you can remove it. To start removing the CV joint, just remove the boot zip ties and pull back a little so you can have a bit of space. So now with a hammer give a few taps to remove the CV joint and then remove the boots and clean the shaft. After you clean, it's a good chance to inspect for any damage you may have in the axle. In my case, I won't even remove the clip in the axle because the old one seems good and better quality than the new one, so I'll keep it. Here is the new kit from Ridex. It comes with grease, the CV joint, a new boot or bellow, I don't know how you call, metal clamps, which I don't like and I won't use, a new custom nut, and new clips. Now just add some grease on the axle so the new boot can slide better. Then you can install the CV joint and with your hole nut give some taps until you fully insert the new CV joint. Once the CV joint is inserted, you can remove the nut and add the new grease and be careful not to get too dirty. Once the grease is installed, now you can install your boot in the correct place and hold it with the zip ties or the metal clamps as you wish. Honestly, I prefer the zip ties. Now all you have to do is to put the axle in place, install the suspension bolts and install your new castle nut. To lock the castle nut, you can use a little trick. As you tighten, you'll see that your disc will spin. Just ask someone to press your brake pedal. Of course, don't forget the lock pin. So now you just need to put your wheel back in place and the job is done. I hope this video can help you, and if you are not a subscriber, please just subscribe and leave the thumbs up. And as normal, thanks for watching, and as usual, see you soon. Stay tuned.